it's Lori here. I'm back for another seasonal TBR. I'll be very honest, I did not do very well on my spring seasonal TBR, and that is largely due to the fact that my room flooded at the very end of winter, like leading into spring, and up until like the first week of June, I did not have access to all my books. So I was sort of scrounging to sort of find them. So I limited this list to only like 10 books because I still have so many books from that spring TBR that I still haven't read. So I'm sort of going to be reading from both and just hope that by the end of the summer, the end of September, I can have tackled quite a few of these. But these are the new books that I'm adding to my TBR. Most of these are new books that I picked up in the last couple of weeks, just seasonally. Like a lot of contemporaries tend to come out in April, May, and June. So, and I have some high adult fantasy, which I have a plan for. So let's get into it. I had such bad luck with high adult fantasy recently. Sorry, I'm like losing my stuff in the side of this thing. So I've had really bad luck. So I'm gonna try a new tactic. I'm gonna try to read these over the course of a 2-week period, and I'm gonna read about 50 pages a day. I always go for bike rides every single day, and there's a nice little park bench in my park. So I'm going to go for a bike ride, and I'm going to read about 50 pages there, maybe like 30 pages, just to see how it goes. I'm already like 294 pages into part 1 of Way of Kings, and I really do want to read this series, but I just have not been able to really it hasn't captivated me yet. So I did make some progress on this. I'm probably just going to pick up right where I left off. And this will probably be the first one that I'm reading. And I do have part 2 on my bookshelf. But I just have heard so many incredible things about this book. And I have yet to find an adult series that has really captured me. So this is going to be the first one on that TBR, along with The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I've heard that this one is a little bit more readable. But I've also heard so many good things about Way of Kings. So these are 2 that I would love to kind of do like a 2-week reading experience for and just try to tackle them. And just sort of get them, not even get them done, but just kind of give myself focus and have the ability to read other things in between that. So that's my plan, to tackle these 2 books this summer. And if I finish these, I will update you and I will give you some more adult books I'm going to tackle. But these have been on my mind for quite a while. The rest of these books on my TBR are just books that I have picked up recently. Most of them are contemporary. So I did pick up a copy of Don't Read the Comments by Eric Smith. This has to do with online gaming and sort of being an influencer. And it follows these 2 characters as they sort of meet up. And I've heard very good things about this book. I know Haley in Bookland read it. And it's just, I heard very good things about it. So this is one that I would love to read this summer, and it is a contemporary, and I am a seasonal reader. I tend to read a lot of contemporary in the summer because they're quick and easy. Also, Hot British Boyfriend by Christy Boyce is another one that has to do with travel. I have a desire to read travel books this summer. I'm not going anywhere this summer, but I would love to read books about someone venturing to England, because that is where I really want to go on whenever we can travel again and it's safe to do so and I have money. I would love to go back to England. I haven't been there in so long. The next book on this TBR is Sal and Gabby Fix the Universe. This is another sequel that I have been done. I just actually picked this up recently. I really liked Sal and Gabby Break the Universe, and I am dying to dive into this book. And I haven't read a whole lot of science fiction this year, and I am trying to be better at reading my Rick Riordan Presents book, especially backlist series. This is one that's high on that list. Another book that is on my list is also The Lucky List by Rachel Lippencock. This actually came out relatively recently, and it has to do with a girl named Emily. When her mom dies of cancer, she winds up coming across her mom's bucket list, and she's going to try to accomplish this with her best friend Blake. Oh, and I guess Blake is his best friend's daughter. And her boyfriend Matt, but her dad is selling the house they grew up in, and he invited Blake, his best friend's daughter, to help put her mom things away. And that just sounds interesting. I love books about a bucket list. I really do. And I have heard really good things about this book, so I hope to tackle this one relatively soon as well. This is a book that I also picked up recently. It's called Pride and Premeditation by Tirjan Price. This was the YA book club book from Barnes & Noble. And this is Pride and Prejudice gets a murder mystery makeover in this new series based on Jane Austen's most beloved books. So it's like a murder mystery set in like the Regency period. And I have been craving so many Regency romances recently, but also mysteries. This seems like it would be great. And I really hope that I get around to it soon. That was another recent purchase for me. And the next one is also Glimpse by G.F. Miller. This is another lighter fantasy book that has to do with fairy godmothers. I've heard really good things about this, and I hope that I get around to it soon. So this one sort of reminds me a little bit of the Royal Tour series. Definitely more of a lighter book. And the last one on this list is Sunkissed by Casey West. And I always read Casey West books in the summer. I haven't heard a whole lot about this one. I don't even know what it's about. I know she winds up going to a family camp where there's no social media, and I'm sure that is going to cause some drama, and maybe a potential love interest will make a presence. But I also plan on reading quite a few Regency romances this summer, and a lot of just contemporaries. But these are the 10 to 11 books that I have on my TBR. Also, I am still making my way through my spring TBR, so if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. If I forget to link it, just remind me in the comments and I'll give you guys the link. But I hope you guys are having a great day. Let me know in the comments what are some books you hope to tackle this summer, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, friends.